Well, thank you for joining me. Brand image, customer experience, customer engagement. Now, I've been posting on LinkedIn, Instagram and Facebook about understanding the customer journey. And I've put five, you know I love my 5 things. Who are you, what do you do, who you do it for, and what's your legacy. But anyway, look at your customer journey. Look at the things the customer do. So let's start with the customer journey. And I've been to a venue today, and hence why it's raw, and you're inviting customers by saying you're open. You can't do much about the traffic getting to you. You can't do much about the street lights or the road conditions. You can't do any of that. But what you can deal with is, if you've got a venue, your car parking, your visuals. Let's understand that, and I mean deeply understand it. When you say you're open on your website, your Twitter, all the rest of it, and I drive to your premises, your venue, your location, I expect it to be clean and tidy with the rubbish picked up. I expect a certain amount of, can I park here? Is the car park suitable for me to park in whatever vehicle I turn up in? So that's fundamentals before I've even got to you. So I've got an impression in my head: clean, tidy, presentable, we hope. Then obviously from where I've parked to your front door. Now, though that sounds petty, if I'm a golfer and I've just got out of my car to go and have a round of golf, I need to know where to go. Might not have been here before, might have been invited. So I'm looking around the car park, where are the changing rooms? Where are the signs? What do I see? Do I have to walk past the rubbish bins? Do I have to walk past members of staff smoking? Have I had to park round the back? So the fundamentals of your business, the first impressions of your business are, or should be, clean and tidy approach, clean and tidy driveway, well-signed car park. Well, hang on a minute. These are fundamental basics before we've even got in the premise. And then when we get to the premise, and we find they've got scrappy signage, and I mean like bits of paper that have been out for 2 days and they've been rained on. Why do you want my money? You're asking me to come and pay and enjoy my day and take my money. If it wasn't for the fact I was meeting people, would I have stayed? Nah, probably not. But there's lots of things. You open the door, you go in. What does the scent smell like? What are the senses? What is the aroma? Conversation. What am I met with? Clean and tidy carpet, clean mat, something that looks like it's been cleaned this century, not maybe 3 or 4 centuries. Is there enough room for the amount of people? Now that's a question for you. I appreciate you're not always going to be busy, but have a look at the way you've laid your shop out, or your store out, or your venue. If there's 5 or 6 people at the reception, can other people get past? You've caused a blockage. In theory, you've caused a fire hazard. Risk assessment, all the rest of it. Fundamental basics. If you've got 1 or 2 people there, or even with a buggy, or with a trolley, or with a bag, or think about these things. Back onto signage. Which way am I going? The phone's ringing. Have you got enough staff on? What are the staff doing? I've just seen 3 of them out the back having a cigarette. I've seen 1 of them having a cup of tea, and yet the phone's ringing off the hook. And yet there's a bit of an attitude with the staff. Oh, have you booked? Yes, I've booked. I've got a tea slot. Oh, okay, great, not a problem. Do you know where you're going? No idea. Oh, well, wait for your group. Where do I wait? Well, I've got other things to do. You've got to understand that your first impressions are you can't change that. So I have an image of this business that, yes, I appreciate as a customer, as a consumer. You were busy. It was a busy day. Lots of people are out and about. But am I left on a busy day you can't cope? You aren't going to, the bins were overfilled in public view, staff outside smoking. Well, I'm fairly sure that happens every day of the week. So I'm looking at a business, your first impressions. So let's start way back when I got invited to go and play golf. I looked at the website, I looked at their, Google, I found where they were on the street map. I looked at it and thought, oh, that looks a little bit run down, but okay, my friend's a member there, we'll go and do that. So driving up to it, I'm looking for road signs for it. No, I'm looking for paid for signs. No, luckily enough, the sat nav takes me roughly, you know, I was roughly in the right direction. It kind of, obviously, it's easy to find a golf course because, you know, plenty of room. Turn into the car park, I'm assuming I was in the right gate. Doesn't tell me which flow, doesn't tell me where to park. The car park was full, as you'd expect. Overflow car park. No, drive round, try and find the overflow car park. So all of a sudden, I'm like trying to search for something. There's no signs, there's no cones, there's no nothing to encourage me. Right, we need you to park here. Can you park this way? Changing rooms this direction. Fundamental basics, and I appreciate you're going to tell me it's not that busy during the week. I know that, but during the week, you knew that you were going to be busy. You know you're going to be busy at a weekend, but you haven't thought that far ahead. When you've got 50, 60 cars in the car park, how does it look? These are fundamental questions that when I look at it as a consultant, as a customer, would I go back and spend my money at that venue? No, not going to. Honestly, you know, the staff all looked messy. They looked untidy. One guy I ended up talking to at the bar doesn't actually work there. He'd got a shirt on very similar to the receptionist shirt. And I went, oh, can you? He said, mate, I don't work here. Well, you've got orange on, the same colour as they have. No, you've got that on, which is their logo. No, I don't work here, mate. Right, okay. So is there anybody here? Well, no, they're all down. Oh, okay, fine. So you feel a bit of an idiot, and I don't like feeling like an idiot. So fundamental basics, did it leave a good impression? No. So let's go back, and I do mean back. The website, did it match? The Facebook, did it match? The drive there, the colours in the car park, the signage, the mats, the music, the smell, the scent. Fundamental first impressions of a venue. What do I think of it? Or would you like a mystery shop on your venue? So when you're quiet, middle of the week for argument's sake, what is your venue like? When you know you're going to be busy, what precautions have you put in place to make it work? Have you tried? So what I'm basically saying is you only get one chance to make a first impression. This venue ruined it. They had a chance, lots of people coming in, lots of people in the car park, then trying to find the cars. Do we go that way? No, driving around the car park twice, trying to find an out. Stopped one guy, I said, where's the out, mate? He said, I don't know, mate. I said, over there somewhere, that's where we're heading. I said, coming back again? No, not really. So all of a sudden you've got disgruntled people. So I'd like you to bear that in mind. And I appreciate it's raw and it feels a bit like, hang on a minute, but I've just gone out and spent my leisure time and paid my money for 9 holes of golf. Really? Would I go there again? No, not really. You know, good friends have invited me and I was quite happy to have the 9 holes of golf. It was lovely. But as first impressions go, did they make a good impression? No, they didn't. So I'd like you to think about your business as you go into the new year. Your team, your business, your customers all need to be going in one direction, and you've got to make a good first impressions. If you want me to come along and have a look and highlight some of the stuff for you, if you're doing it well, then let's say you're doing it well. Let's showcase it. If you're any other thing else, get back to me, let me know. Take care. Have a good new year.